It's nearly impossible to create a complete ranking of all the civilizations because there's just so many different game styles and map styles, which helps to balance all of the different civs' strengths and weaknesses. For this list, I've tried to rank the civilizations based on a 1v1 full random setup and talked with top players to come to this conclusion. You may not agree with the list, but I would love to hear your thoughts on the worst 5 civilizations. Head over to the forums to voice your opinion. The link to that is in the description below. At number 5, the Saracens. A difficult civilization to play well, who really only excel in the late Imperial Age. The Saracens have a lot of great strong units, but they have a slow start and a fairly weak mid-game due to the lack of any economy bonuses. Their cavalry archer bonus of +3 attack versus buildings and their transport ship bonus are both fairly weak as well. The Saracens do fare quite well on water though, with their 20% extra galley attack speed meaning that they can cope on water maps just fine. Market trading is also a small redeeming factor in 1v1 where gold is less due to having no trade. At number 4, the Goths. With no real water advantages, the Goths can have a very hard time doing significant damage if they can't rush. This is difficult to deal with when over half of full random maps are water based. Although they are able to produce cheap infantry very quickly, they will have a hard time until after the Castle Age and when they're able to field Huskarls. Until this point, they can fall behind due to having virtually no economy bonuses and a weak feudal age. Their lack of stone walls also makes it much harder to defend in order to get to the Castle Age safely, and by that time it may be all over. Their post-Imperial Age is strong, but still falls short compared to many other strong late-game civilizations. At number 3, the Koreans. Once again, a great civilization to take advantage of in the late Imperial Age, but one of the slowest and sluggish civilizations in the game. The Koreans can benefit from turtling up, then slowly, steadily building up towards the post-Imperial Age, but in many situations this is never allowed to happen. The Koreans can do a tower rush and take advantage of their free tower upgrades, but any experienced player should be able to deal with a tower rush fairly easily. The Koreans only have extra stone mining speed as an economy bonus, which is practically useless to them on water maps and in most other situations too. This is one of the reasons why they are so slow to get rolling. At number 2, the Franks. Perhaps a surprising one, but certainly worthy of this spot in my opinion. The Franks are really a one-trick pony, with knights being their only real option in most games. Whilst they do benefit from free farm upgrades and free bonus HP for their heavy cavalry, they still fall behind against a civilization such as the Teutons, who receive 33% cheaper farms and have a better boom. The Franks' throwing axeman is also one of the weakest unique units. They're extremely situational and very squishy when fighting anything other than trash. Whilst the Franks do have great heavy cavalry, their light cavalry is extremely lacking, with no bloodlines or bonus HP applying to them and the Hussar upgrade being unavailable. This is very bad for late game raiding. On top of all that, the Franks have no water bonuses at all and lack of bracer for their warships. At number 1, the worst AOC civilization, it's the Turks. A civilization so reliant on gold that they are nearly useless if they're rushed in a 1v1. If you've got a bad gold spot and you're playing as the Turks, then you're probably stuck because they have no upgrades to their pikes or skirmishers. Their cavalry archers are very strong, but the sheer cost of the cavalry archer makes them very difficult to field, even with the gold gathering bonus that the Turks have. Their heavy reliance on gunpowder makes them fairly ineffective as well until the Imperial Age, and it can be very challenging to fast Imperial in a 1v1, making it a very difficult obstacle to overcome. It would almost be suicide to try it. With no water bonuses at all, they also don't stack up against many civilizations such as the Vikings, the Huns, the Celts, or the Japanese, or even the Saracens, making it difficult for them to really take a hold on the water. The Turks are redeemed by their free light cavalry upgrades and the availability of gunpowder, but it's difficult to be effective with only light cavalry in a 1v1. Well, there you have it, the top 5 worst AOC civilizations. What do you think? Agree or disagree? You can voice your opinions over at the forums and join in the discussion there. Thanks for watching. As usual, I've been Zach, and I will see you guys next time.